How's it going? I've always felt like music has had an immediate ability to change my mood or kind of outlook at the time. You know, if I'm sad, I listen to something I really enjoy that's happy, it'll bring me back up, and the vice versa can happen. And if I need motivation, I can listen to something that is going to get me more motivated. You know, it'll always drive me a bit harder. You know, whether you're cycling or running, you know, that power song comes on, and you can go harder and faster for longer. But you know, the opposite again of that as well. You can use music to relax and chill. Like I love, you know, Sunday morning. It's sunny outside with coffee in hand and some kind of lo-fi chill kind of hip hop stuff is always going to do it for me and really make you feel all zen and shit. And there's music as well that I kind of need when I'm feeling a bit low or needing to kind of take myself away from the world for a minute. And then there's music that I'll use that'll bring me back out of that. Then that'll put a smile on my face and ready to face whatever the world's got, you know, thrown at me at that time. I think in terms of what music means for me, it's a lot of things. It's an escape, it's enjoyment, it's, you know, I've always felt quite musical. I've always listened to everything all the time. That's a stupid sentence. I never really managed to master any instruments, but I could kind of always sort of play something. Like I can kind of play the guitar, I can kind of play the drums. Wish I'd learned to play the piano. We're still young, only 25, it's early days. But yeah, my dad was very musical. He was a great singer. I don't think he ever really pursued it, but he could sing really well. And always kind of surrounding myself with very musical people. So there's always music in my head. There's always a song playing or a soundtrack to the day, soundtrack to your thoughts, as it were. And I'm pretty sure that I'm not alone in that. I'm quite fortunate to know quite a few people who are either musically talented or involved with music or generally just have a very good taste in music. So I thought I would speak to a couple of guys today and see what music meant to them, get a bit of insight, whether they're involved in music, how they got into it, what their influences are, and yeah, just have a wee chat, see what their thoughts were. How's it going?
I'm good. How you getting on, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, man. Blessed. Always blessed.
You alright?
Good, man. Good. This is my second ever Zoom.
You alright, man?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
We managed. We got it popping.
Got it going eventually, mate. How are you coping with quarantine life?
I don't think I've stopped eating since it started.
Lighting's terrible, eh?
That's alright.
Being a photographer and all that, the lighting's got to be right, eh?
That's it, mate.
It's no, they're giving us loads of options, but I'm quite cool. I'm a homebody anyway, so what's been happening?
Not much, man. Just trying to survive, lockdown living and all that. Keeping it.
Lockdown living, man. Isn't that real? Such a strange time, huh?
So you guys are up in Edinburgh. How's that? Living up there?
It's good. Yeah, I can't complain. It's, we're Slightford side, so it's kind of it's more chill, I guess.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, doesn't feel too mental over here.
Yeah.
It's mad. Like I'm kind of in a similar spot. Like I dipped out of Glasgow last month, and just headed up north. So I'm staying with my big bro and his wife, and we're like, there's like the river here, forest, beach. Like it's kind of quiet enough for you to be able to kind of go on a run and not see that many people, and yeah, it's good. I'm definitely blessed to not be in the city, but I think I definitely feel for people who are not able to get out and kind of get that freedom and that bit of space, because it's definitely helped me acclimatise. I don't think I would have been doing it as well as I am if I wasn't in that spot. So,
you keeping yourself busy then?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just sort of doing stuff that I would be doing in the house anyway, but just doing it more. Like it's sort of like just more music stuff and that. So I've just been doing that, working on some new mixes and a couple like a remix album that I got finished and that as well. So I'm just doing that. Aye, man.
But yeah, obviously wanted to get you on today and ask you, in terms of like music and stuff, what does that mean to you? What does music mean to you? And yeah, leave you with that and go.
Yeah, well, I guess the current climate has made it quite easy to summarise. Because I think if I didn't have a musical outlet at the moment, easily 90% of my time would be spent on Skyrim.
I started playing Skyrim again yesterday.
Yeah, it's been pretty dangerous. Like, I've been playing a lot of PS4.
Off the bat, music's always been a massive thing for me. I think it's funny because my mum and dad aren't particularly musical, but just I was that kind of kid that was in the kitchen on the floor banging on pots and pans from like a young age. So,
well, I've kind of always been into music, but I mean, as far as like I always say that I first got into music, actually doing it or DJing or whatever. I got that into music through skateboarding, really.
Right.
Like when I skated, when I used to watch skate videos, the music and them were the ones that made me want to go actually get into it more. But I kind of gravitated to the hip hop side of things more.
And obviously yourself, I know like you've just got a class music taste, so I know you're into it. You've been in environments that you've always like been in good music spots. So
yeah. No, I think it's just been like influenced from like working in bars and stuff, and obviously like you got the likes of Nasty and stuff, and being so, like surrounded by DJs like that all the time, like you're always listening to good music. So I guess it is what it is, really.
My big brother, he produces. I was in the band with him, Our Future Glory. We played in Florida. We got him flown over to play at the Florida Music Festival 10 years ago today. Which is nuts. Time flies. That was a different life. But yeah, I've been making music with him since I was an early teen. So then, yeah, we've been doing stuff together for a long time.
Luckily, thanks to having like fibre optic broadband, like I can get stems from folk across the world, which is amazing. So
because you're looking pretty busy just now. You're posting a lot online and doing some cool stuff.
I'm really busy, which is class. Like, I think it's become a little bit dangerous, kind of, that I've got like tons and tons of projects at my disposal that I can kind of dip in with, and it just ends up like I could spend a whole day just doing music.
But I tell you, actually, more a case in point as far as the situation we're in just now is that I'm not really doing it as contrived, if you know what I mean, as I was before, because I was always like getting music ready for sets and that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so you were kind of forced to get it ready, whereas now it's like natural.
Aye, so 100%. Like it's like I'd be going, okay, which one can I play out and all that, and now it's just I just let it soak in properly. So I mean that's another good thing with the whole quarantine time is almost like getting back to the basics. Do you know what I mean?
It's interesting though, because like when I started working in '99, I only had my taste in music and wasn't really introduced to much else. And then as soon as I started working there, it was just like, what is all this music I've never listened to or I've missed out on? And it was just pretty amazing. So. And
then my little brother, he's a musician. He's been working on his stuff. He's doing really well at the moment. James Leandu, check him out. James Leandu Music. I'm sure it's going to be. But yeah, he's doing really well. Lots of original material coming from him. And then my little sister, Gabriella Leandu.
I saw you share all that.
Yeah, I got to get all that. But she's doing really well. She's in her final year at the Conservatoire in Birmingham. And she's like kind of just about to embark on her own solo career. So we're all doing bits and pieces.
For example, yesterday I got live drums through for one of my projects, which was really fun. So my studio, which is at the other end of town, I can't get to, but my business partner literally lives around the corner from it.
Right.
So he's been in working and sending me stuff, so that's been keeping me well busy.
I've been noticing as well with my DJ and stuff, like I'm coming up with more sets, but as far as like cutting and all that, like I kind of, personally think I got that pretty sewn up. Well, not much talking about sewn up, but you know what I mean. Like I'm pretty decent at that. But
you've been doing that for years though. The skills are there. Like you've got the quality and the ability.
But I tell you what, bro. The weird thing is though, I feel like I'm sort of like I'm learning the basics again, which is quite cool.
So what was your taste in music when you started then? Like what did you listen to before you introduced to all that stuff?
This is going to sound weird, but I listened to a lot of reggae when I was young.
Right.
My dad, the first record I ever lifted was a Bob Marley record in my dad's collection, and then I don't I don't know what it was. I just seen this guy with dreads, and I was like, who is this guy? And then used to just listen to it, but never really paid attention to music because didn't really pay attention to the lyrics as such. It was more about just listening to like the kind
of vibe of it and just
stuff. Yeah, and it just kind of like resonated with me, and then and it kind of just evolved from that. Really, it just kind of took off from there. So, and it's weird now because every Sunday I just listen to reggae.
Yeah.
It's like one of those
ritual.
Days, it's that day of the week when even now, like even in this lockdown, it's just like it's that day where you're like, it's a chill out day, and if the sun's shining, it's even nicer because you just want to like relax and it's just that, I guess the tempo of the music changes, and so does like your mentality and your state of mind. So
I guess another benefit of everybody kind of being in the same boat is like a lot of my favorite acts are kind of bringing out quarantine albums and all that kind of stuff. Everybody's stuck indoors in the same boat, so everybody's making stuff. So there's like new material every day, and I'm like, yes, this is brilliant. I literally can't function as a normal human being unless I've put in an hour or two of music in the morning. Like if I haven't sat down and done like an hour of guitar practice, there's absolutely no chance I'm doing the dishes before dinner. It's become pretty essential, just as a general kind of mood lifter and a motivator.
I went from being a drummer in a electronic band to DJing. I started DJing, was it 3.5 years ago now? When the band got flown out to play in Ibiza at the International Music Summit. I think it was May of that year, and they were basically just like, can you guys DJ? And at the time, none of us were doing that, but I was running a night called Hector's House, and I'd kind of been connected with quite a lot of the guys from the Edinburgh scene, and been going to clubs like the Green Rooms since I was like 15, 16 years old. So I've been around that kind of music, that electronic house and techno scene for a long time. So it was kind of natural progression for me. So I spent a few months kind of practicing, and then played my first gig out there. And then off the back of that, I've just kind of been playing a lot more to the stage where obviously just before the lockdown, that kind of past year, I was pretty much DJing full time.
If you look at my dad was a musician as well, so
right.
I'm not saying that there's probably something in the blood. Do you know what I mean? It's, I got played guitar to me when I was dead wee, so and I would always be asking what tunes, can you play this? Can you play that? So it's kind of like a natural process. But
so there's always been an interest there for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I think so. Some people don't think stuff is genetic like that, but I think there's something in it. So. And
it's just nice. It's weird how like melodies and songs and people's voices and that could just put you into not a specific mental state, but just puts you in a mood where you feel calm and collected, or you either feel, it depends on your environment, if you're going clubbing and stuff, and like it just changes. It's great. Like it's amazing what it does to you. I think it's just phenomenal.
I've been doing loads, and I've been producing under the guys Kilimanjaro music. I'm sure it'll be down here as well. But yeah, Afro House, that's my bag, that's my racket. So I'm working on a house EP at the moment during this lockdown time, and hopefully I'll have something tasty to share with everyone.
And I go back to the point before about the situation where I guess this time for people that even though it's just, I don't want to do that, I was all right. That's when you should have the time just to get back into stuff like that. Obviously music's not like a plumber. Like it's subjective, and it's, do you know what I mean? It's some people. It's a funny one. Like it's some people wouldn't do it because they'd be embarrassed. Like you're saying, where folks, like sang and played the piano. It's like, just now you should just be doing it not to go, check this track out or this and this and that. It's just it's almost like, not to sound airy-fairy, it's good for the soul in that. So
totally.
When you're in a situation like that, just get it back, or painting, or just doing something creative, or yourself, you talented with it, photography and all that shit.
And music's like just such a massive part of my life. Like whether it be listening to music while I'm getting ready, or I'm in the shower, or I'm out for a run, or in the car, or just, music is just like a constant thing. If I'm cooking, music's on. It's funny, my sister-in-law asked me, he's like, can you not just sit in silence? And I was like, I can, and there's times when I do, but music's just so influential with me. Like,
but it's funny now, obviously, like with this whole lockdown, it's definitely, I wouldn't say challenging, but it's just interesting to see what the music you listen to when you're stuck indoors all day and stuff, because it's not something you would. Maybe it's something you wouldn't listen to all the time. You know what I mean? We're walking to work. It's normally quite an upbeat kind of music, or on your way back from work, it could be different to what it was when you were going to work, or as soon as you get in. Like, but that's the thing. I'm always listening to music, and especially just having the access to it as well. And I think obviously with paying through these apps and whatnot is great, but I think with SoundCloud it's great as well, because you get to listen to a lot of stuff that you wouldn't listen to on mainstream links and stuff, and I think it's just nice. And then you got a lot of DJ pals who share a lot of their stuff on SoundCloud, and
mixes
it's always quite interesting. And the mixes and stuff. It's always interesting to see what they're putting out and how they're mixing their music and whatnot. The recent one I was listening to was Amy Nicole, who was a good pal, and she put up something on SoundCloud the other day, and I think it was like kind of Afro beats and stuff, and a lot of South African influences, and it was amazing. Nice. I listened to it and I was just like, this is exactly what I need right now. And then it's weird, you don't really worry about anything anymore. It's just like you're into the music, you're chilled, whether you're lying on the sofa or something like that, do you know what I mean? You're just taking it easy. And it's always there. Music's just always there. I think it just plays in the background, or sometimes it plays at the forefront. Whether you're cooking or something, or doing a bit of reading, or do you know what I mean? It's something that's always there for me anyway, personally.
You know yourself when you create something. You know, it might sound a bit selfish, but you create it. Obviously, it'll do whatever it's going to do. But one of the really good bits for me, and I'm pretty sure most creative people, is to play it back what you've done, because you go, shit, I done that, and you control, analyze it, and improve on it and all that shit. Do you know what I mean? I think that process in itself, regardless of where it's going and all that stuff, is worth it in itself.
Obviously, summer last year started up the brand In Season, which is kind of birthed out of my love for kind of hip hop culture, and obviously it's part of me, it's part of who I am. So In Season is just an extension of that. It's not a night, it's not a club night, or anything like that. It's more of a lifestyle brand. Okay. So we threw our first party at the end of August last year, 31st of August, and then from that we kind of branched out. We threw an event in October, which was more kind of food centric, where we did like a Sunday sesh. So it was more kind of UK funky, bashment, garage vibes with like a jerk pit barbecue that we ran alongside, and we had a rum sponsor that helped us with that as well. Dead Man's Fingers Rum, shout out Harry for that. But yeah, no, it was a really good event, and then I've just kind of spent the last few months developing the brand, developing kind of what I want to achieve with the brand this year. Obviously, things have happened in the last few months that have postponed things, but we just need to stay positive and just use the time that we've been given just to stay creative, stay active.
It's like get up, eat, dog, back in the house, guitar, and then maybe I will achieve some household tasks.
So it's almost like a necessity for you then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kind of. It's become pretty. It's definitely got that way.
Like I said, I was listening to like Stevie Wonder loads there, and D'Angelo is always a massive favourite of mine. I mean, I've been listening to him for years and years and years. Yeah. And like obviously seeing two of them actually, seeing Stevie Wonder in concert and seeing D'Angelo in London was just phenomenal.
That'd be incredible.
Just absolutely incredible. And like, got to see Stevie Wonder in New York and in Brooklyn. Like, do you know what I mean? It doesn't really get better than that. So, it was phenomenal. And like, it was more about like, I booked the trip, and that wasn't even a part of it until once I confirmed I was going to New York. It was more of let's just see if anybody's like performing at the Barclays Centre in Brooklyn, and then Stevie Wonder came up, and I had to look twice. I was like, is this actually for real? Is this really playing, or is this just, or is it, have I missed a year or something? Is it like 2 years ago, or is it in coming years? But no, it was exactly the same time that I was meant to be there, and then I literally bought my ticket. The ticket was like £200, but I was like, never ever in a million years.
Yeah, you're not gonna go to New York and be in Brooklyn and Stevie Wonder be there and not go see Stevie Wonder.
Exactly, like that £200 I'd probably spend in a club or a bar or something. You know what I mean? And this time, like, it was just amazing to spend it. Why? Well, I wouldn't say wise. Maybe it is wisely, but something.
But it's something like worthwhile. Like, it's something that, like, how many years ago was that?
Experience,
How long ago was that?
This was 2015, I think.
So this was 5 years ago, and you'll still remember it. Whereas if you'd gone and spent $200 in a club somewhere, you wouldn't remember it.
Exactly.
So this is something that you can hang on to.
Aye, definitely. And it was funny because I was surrounded by loads of old folk in that, but I was like the only and the youngster there in that section of the stadium, and it was amazing. But it was like, it just showed you how relative the music still was, even though I was surrounded by 50s and 60-year-olds. And 5 years ago, do you know what I mean? I just turned 31. So it was great. And then, like, you have this 20, 30 year gap with people, but you can still relate to the same kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
I'll get deep on you, mate. You ready to get deep on you?
Hit me.
As they say, you know the old sayings, what's the old saying? Ready, aim, fire.
Yeah.
Right, it's the old saying. But for a creative, it's actually fire, ready, aim, because you think you're going to come up with the best thing in the world. You spend all this time on it, and then you calculate it all, and then you put it out, and it doesn't really do that thing, and then another track. Well, I'm saying in my case,
yeah.
And then I put a track out, and then that's the biggest one. You're like, how the hell did that happen? But the real, where the creative side is fire ready.
Yeah.
So as soon as you have the thing, you put it out. You don't think about it too much. This is maybe I'm just thinking about how I'm thinking currently with how my stuff's be working, but. So that's what I'm saying. It used to be ready, aim, fire, but it's fire, ready, aim is what I meant. You throw it out there, you see what it means to, and then with your project, you just finished it. That's your fire straight away, and it's giving yourself the feedback to go, right, that was what was cool, that was wrong, right, and just try to create this perfect piece of work. Do you know what I mean?
But yeah, music, man, it's life, it's love, it's everything.
Given the current circumstances, I think music's one of the big things that's really keeping people together and pulling people together right now. Whether it be discovering new music and sharing it, or finding common interests with people and common tastes, or rediscovering old favourites, or just vibing out to some guilty pleasures. Music's got an innate ability to allow you to experience a whole range of emotion and connect to people on different levels, and get us through some really, really hard times like we're in just now. I think anyone that knows me knows how much I enjoy sharing music, whether that be finding something new that I love and just putting it out to the world through Instagram or Facebook or wherever. I remember the days everybody used to share their songs on Facebook and on Spotify or playlists or whatever. I guess Instagram does the same thing now. Or whether I'm talking to somebody and I find something that they would really enjoy, I'll send them that. Or creating playlists and adding to something that I've seen quite a lot now is people kind of creating Pass the Aux playlists. The guy I know, Ian Robertson over in Glasgow, he created a Pass the Aux playlist. I think it must have been the beginning of this year, and instantly there was hundreds of songs on there that I don't think I'd ever heard of, but were incredible, and his influences coming from all different people in his network, and it was really cool to see. I think people tend to get very, very excited about new music and music that they love. It's like a hateless passion, I think, apart from some people, I know death metal is everything. I think people really enjoy spreading new music and introducing new things to people. Hope you enjoyed the video. Any thoughts, comments, whatever, leave below. Love to hear from you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, as always, very kind of you. And yeah, see you in the next one.